All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio. It's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3.
We did good that last hour, that clock management.
Of OTB 104.5, ESPN Baton Rouge. Yeah, okay. We shouldn't have to say it anymore. We were both molded by Les Miles. The clock management's not going to be our strong suit. It's okay. We still won games.
Mm-hmm. We sure did.
And
do you think we're winning right now?
Yeah, we had the Saints head coach.
We're going to be down a few.
I mean, I find it really impressive that we ran to downtown, got in studio, did that with Coach, and ran back here 2 Rouses in time for this segment.
I know. We got a fast car. Real fast car. We even got here before we had to do that live read right afterwards.
Abruptly.
Yeah, Kellen Moore was real specific. He was like, hey, y'all have to do it in studio. You have to put on your clothes that you wore yesterday. You have to put on the clothes you wore yesterday and do that interview.
Yep. We do appreciate his time, obviously, though. That was a lot of fun. Enjoyed that.
He's throwing around good questions at us left and right.
I mean, you didn't get a chance, and maybe we can play that last answer that he had a little bit later on in the show because we did have one more question for him. And in total, we got 3 good questions from the Saints head coach.
Count
2 for Flynn, 1 for me. Feels like a big win.
It's a huge win. But it was good. It was good of them to jump on with us. Hopefully we can do that a couple more times throughout the season. But do the video. The video, he just kind of get in a comfort zone a little bit. And I thought Kellen Moore gave some really good answers. Made us feel, really positive. Gave some good answers on Spencer Rattler and about what they saw with him throughout the offseason and this consistency. He kind of talked about, didn't say it in this term, but he kind of talked about a little bit of a dog mentality with Spencer Rattler. But kind of just gave an overall view of kind of why he was the decision. It was really consistency playing within the system, understood what they're trying to do and get accomplished. And of course, we all know that there is arm talent with both these guys. So, but we understand that it's a tough path this year. And he also made mention of, there's ebbs and flows. You can't get too high with the highs. You can't get too low with the lows. It's a long season. 17 weeks is so darn long. It's crazy. So it's a long season. A lot to look forward to, I think. I know everybody around here is kind of walking around with their head down going into the Saints season. But look, you have some young guys. You have a brand new head coach. You got a brand new system. So let's cheer hard for them. I think they have a chance to surprise us all. Of course, we don't expect them to go to the playoffs and make a run for a Super Bowl or anything. But, I think they got a chance to be exciting here and there. Look, it's first year with a new coach. So just give him the support. And he was nice enough to join us. So we're going to support him as well. So go Saints.
Yeah, I like what he said, too, about how the way he kind of, envisions a quarterback, because it is impressive that he's done it with multiple different quarterbacks, multiple different styles, and kind of his thought process and how he takes a little bit of here, a little bit of there. And you start thinking about some of the minds that he's been with, and it is really impressive. He's put it, it's an amalgamation of all these different offenses that he's put them together.
Yeah, I was really, because it is impressive just to be able to go from, as an offensive coordinator and a quarterback coach, somebody that is there talking to the quarterbacks each and every day about their reads and about the scheme and about the playbook, to be able to go from a number system to a West Coast is not easy. To at least be able to be able to fluently talk about it, casually talk about it, and understand the ins and outs of it, it's not easy. I went to a number system. People started talking to me about number systems. I'm like, no, I don't even care to learn this. Don't want to do it. It's not the way my brain works. I am fully functioned and learned. This is my first language is West Coast and concept and long word type of play calls. But it was interesting to me to see that he kind of did say, I would say the core of his foundation, he said, was what they kind of did at Boise State when he was there.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that offense is. I never studied it when he was at Boise State. I just know they threw for 1 billion yards every single game, and he was the fourth in the Heisman voting list from a guy that, I don't think he's going to fool anybody on like the most arm talented, fast, big arm guy in the world. But in that system with his decision making, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the country at that time with that system. Yep. So it was interesting to me to hear him say, no, it wasn't Norv Turner, it wasn't Mike McCarthy. Right. The core of what we're going to do is kind of goes to a lot of the philosophies date back to Boise State.
Yeah, and we'll have that full interview for you, obviously, on YouTube. You can go check that out. We'll have it clipped up, put on social media as well. A lot of great information there from Saints head coach Kellen Moore. So, again, we thank him for his time, and hopefully we can get him on again at some point during the season. But now it's the moment you've been waiting for weeks. We're going to get you down to the number 1 team in the OTB Top 25.
That's a big deal.
This is what it's going to be.
It is a big deal.
As we've been telling you over the last couple of weeks. All right, quick recap. I know Flynn loves this part so much. I'm going to give you the number 2 team in the country. Alondra's going to give you the number 1 team in the country. At 25, it is Boise State. At 24, Memphis. At 23, Baylor. At 22, Georgia Tech. 21, Tennessee. 20, Iowa State. 19, Texas 8-4. 18, Indiana. 17, Ole Miss. You've got 16, Florida. 15, Texas Tech. 14, SMU. 13, Arizona State. 12, Alabama. 11, Miami. 10, Illinois. 9, Texas. 8, Oregon. 7, Notre Dame. 6, Georgia. 5, South Carolina. 4, Penn State. 3, the Clemson Tigers. The number 2 team in the OTB Top 25.
Don't keep us waiting.
The LSU Tigers. The number 2 team, the LSU Tigers. They've got to match up with the number 3 team in the OTB Top 25, the Clemson Tigers, coming up tomorrow night, as we all know. I think number 2 is a great spot for LSU. I think you look at what they've got coming back, all the things we've talked about for weeks, for months, for half the year. I like LSU this year. I don't love the A.J. Halsey stuff here in the first game, not playing the first half, but I am a big believer, as we all are, in Garrett Nussmeier and what he can do. And one thing that none of us, and I mean none of us, anybody, not here, not anywhere in the state, anywhere covering college football, has talked enough about Nussmeier's actually jump from year 1 to year 2. Because year 1 was so good. When you throw for 4,000 yards in year number 1, if you came back and you had another year just like that, that'd be great. But we give everybody else actually the jump from year 1 to year 2 is the biggest jump that you'll have as a quarterback. Okay, well, if that's the case, you had a guy that threw for over 4,000 yards last year. What does that tell me? It tells me that he is set up to have the same production as far as yards, but he is going to go up in touchdowns and down on interceptions. That's what that tells me. I think this team is going to go as far as Garrett Nussmeier takes them, which is all the way, I think, to an SEC championship game, a college football playoff, and an opportunity to win the entire damn thing. I'm high on LSU. I'm high on Garrett Nussmeier. If the defense does what I think they can do, they'll be in the conversation. Will they go undefeated? No. I don't think LSU is going to go undefeated. I think they're going to be a 10-2 football team. Again, that makes it to the college football playoff. Once you get there, the team that won it all last year was 10-2. It is a different game now. I love 2-loss national champions myself. So LSU is going to have the opportunity. I'm not calling for them to win the national championship just yet. We'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I do think they're a college football playoff team. I do think they'll make an appearance in Atlanta for the SEC championship game. Give me the LSU Tigers, number 2 team in the country.
All right. They're not number 1, but you got them at number 2.
Yeah.
And just like you said, equally as important on the defense, a lot of different pieces. Of course, A.J. Halsey, that news isn't fantastic that we were so blessed with yesterday. But Harold Perkins. We've talked about it. If he plays at that All-American standard, if he lives up to the athleticism that he has, that special, we all know the special talent he is, that special skill set. It's finding where he fits on the puzzle. Where does that puzzle piece, because it is an amazing puzzle piece. If you can figure that piece out, whether it's star position, and if he's an All-American, I will be happy. I'll be the first to say I love the star position. Okay? If he has that run, if he is an All-American, and if we are talking about him in the same light as we did after the 2023 Alabama game, if we are doing it, if he is on that trajectory, we will be the SEC champions, and we will be playing for a national championship. That is a fact. That is how it is going to be. And you just hit on the Nussmeier about that. People not talking about that year 1 to year 2 jump. Well, LSU fans, we are pretty familiar with that.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, how was that jump from year 1 to year 2?
Pretty good.
Jaden Daniels, how was his jump from year 1 to year 2 as a starter?
Pretty good.
Okay, Garrett Nussmeier, you're up, buddy. It is time. Check out this shirt, the Nuss Bus. I know it's got the wrong number on it now. I know you're number 18, but it's okay. We're all on the Nuss Bus. I've been driving that thing for a long time, and sometimes it was a little hard to drive it by myself. But you know what? It's a big-ass bus right now. So we're all behind you. We're all behind the Tigers. And if you have the season and that jump like we think you're going to do, like we know you're going to do, like you're capable of doing, we will be playing for that big trophy at the end of the year.
There you have it. LSU, the number 2 team in the OTB Top 25. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn us down and turn Alondra up as she gives you the number 1 team in the OTB Top 25.
The number 1 team in the OTB Top 25. You left me with no other choice but to rank Ohio State at number 1. All right, they got some of the best players in the country returning. So Jeremiah Smith, obviously, at wide receiver, star safety, Caleb Downs, and Bobby mentioned linebacker Sonny Styles also. So got a lot of good returning production. They missed Quinshon Judkins, but they go into the portal and replace him with C.J. Donaldson from West Virginia. So Ohio State looking really good, coming back, and they are our number 1 team in the OTB Top 25.
Hey, there we go.
We did it.
There we go.
All right,
We did it. We did it. Thank you, Alondra. Great breakdown of the Buckeyes there. The number 1 team in the OTB Top 25. And, Alondra, only gave her 1 choice. But whoever had the number 1 team was, only going to have 1 choice, though. But I feel good about it. Great breakdown, Alondra. Great breakdown team throughout the process of naming the OTB Top 25.
And if there's one thing that we can hang our hat on here at Off the Bench is our journalistic integrity. And I want to tell you, that is the only reason we didn't pick LSU at number 1 is because we wanted to maintain that nationwide, that worldwide integrity that we have as journalists here at Off the Bench. We wanted to go with number 1. I just want y'all to know that. And they're going to be number 1 at the end of the year, LSU.
I mean, look, if you're number 2, you're playing for it.
Hey, man, we had some Ohio State guys on the show today.
Yep, we did.
Bobby Carpenter, A.J. Hawk here.
2 Buckeye legends.
Of course. Part of the quad box. So we're going to make them number 1 and number 2, Ohio State and LSU. The championship game is going to be national championship game all out 2007.
That's right. Last time this happened, we know how that went for the Buckeyes.
Yep, punch him in the face.
I think the national championship's in Miami this year.
Doesn't matter.
Pretty sure.
Doesn't matter.
I was just trying to get us a trip planned with AJ and Bobby.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. And then Bobby gets the crowd all hyped up for nothing. He's going to lose.
Raise the roof. He definitely helicopter towels on the sideline.
No doubt.
Standing on the bench.
There's no doubt that Bobby did that. All right, we will step away, take a break. We've still got to kind of give you some of the matchups that we're going to be looking at for this Clemson LSU one. Kind of some final thoughts there, some predictions for the game. We got to put together the Pontoon Parlay. We got to get to your questions to close out Ask the Bench. Remember, we are here at Rouse's Market on Burbank. Come hang out with us. Come see us. You can come pick up some delicious Mai Hais.
Right here.
See right
Check
there
that out.
in front of Matthew Clayton Flynn. That is available here Everything is available. It's already stirring up. People already eating their breakfast, sitting right here listening to us a little bit earlier. So come hang out with us. Again, Rouse is on Burbank. More OTB when we come back here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com is the website if you want to sign up for that residential or commercial trash pickup service. Remember, they got 3 different sizes of roll-off dumpsters as well to choose from. So you give them a call. Hey, here's my project at my home, at my business. Here is kind of what we're anticipating. And so they're going to say, okay, well, this is the size dumpster that you need. They're going to deliver it. They're going to pick it up whenever you're done. But if you have more than you told them, more than you expected, they'll come, pick it up, empty it, and bring it back to you as well. Incredible customer service with Trash Rangers, 225-612-2477.
Yeah, and how about text reminders the night before the trash is going to get taken out? So, you know, this is a party weekend. This is a bunch of people get together to watch LSU play football this weekend. So that makes a lot of trash. And what is worse than having a lot of trash and forgetting to take it out? So they will text you. That will never happen again. Reliable, waste, hassle-free trash removal service right here in South Louisiana. TrashRangers.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. We are live here, Rouse's Markets, Burbank. Come hang out with us. We're going to be here for 45 minutes or so left here in the show. So come hang out, come eat with us. We had a couple of people sit down, enjoy their breakfast while they listen to these incredible sports takes here on the program.
Get them while they're hot. That's what they're saying right here at Rouse's. They've been, since we've been here, I got here at 6:30, they have been fully staffed, cooking, prepping meals, prepping this. Let's see, we got these hot plate buffets. We got salad bars. We have sushi. They got, they got everything over here. So if you're hungry, if you're looking for some breakfast, looking for some lunch, got to get your groceries, do it all in one place. Come out and see us. Come say hi to us for the next, 30, 40, 45 minutes, whatever it is. Come to Rouse's right here on Burbank.
All right, I want to remind you about our friends also over at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. GetGordon.com, GetGordon.com, and throughout the state of Louisiana. Remember, it is your area code followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done. And if you want to get a billboard done, you want to enter the billboard contest, remember you can do that as well. If you just want to go to your favorite search engine, type in Gordon McKernan billboard competition. That's going to pull up, and you could submit the next billboard that you see across town, right? Billboards all over the place for Gordon McKernan, but you can have the next design. So enter the competition. If you look, you got prizes as well. You got first, second, third place prizes. And so it's a cool opportunity for you there as well. GetGordon.com. All right, one of the things we're going to do here in this segment, Matthew, we're going to look at some of the matchups that, could decide the game. And right now, our guy Hunt Palmer has an article up, 3 matchups to watch, LSU at Clemson on LouisianaSports.net. Now, for him, he's got the Clemson defensive line versus the LSU offensive line. All right, that's one of the big matchups everybody's going to be paying attention to. He's got the Clemson receivers versus the LSU defensive backs. Certainly now with the A.J. Halsey news, that maybe even be at the top of the list. And then special teams was the last one there. And for special teams in LSU right now, the returners that they have, and look, we could talk kicker and punter and stuff. I'm talking about the return game. LSU has got, Barry and Brown, they got Xavion Thomas, A.J. Anderson returned to kick for a touchdown a year ago. You've got plenty of options there, so certainly going to favor LSU in that matchup. But if I threw that question to you, if I said, all right, position versus position, here versus there, where are you going?
I got 2 that I'm looking at, and it's not, one of them's not position versus position, it's coach versus coach.
Okay.
It's Blake Baker.
Yep.
How is that chess game?
So Blake Baker versus Garrett Riley.
Yeah, so how is that chess game going to go between these 2 coaches? Of course, Blake Baker. We did a lot last year. Last season, LSU's defense, some would say it overachieved based on the talent levels that it have from top to bottom on the defense. Now we have filled those holes. And, of course, I know that we are going to be missing one of our starting safeties for the first half. But how is it, like, the Clemson Tigers have a Heisman candidate quarterback who is deadly with his feet, can be, and deadly and accurate passer. So how can we get that guy moving east-west instead of north and south? How is Blake Baker's scheme? How is he going to use Harold Perkins? How can he get him in a position to affect the game? And so I'm just really curious how that's going to play out, because I've watched film of Clemson, and I've seen games where they are explosive. Then I've seen games where they struggled. So can Blake Baker kind of pick out what those teams did last year to make Cade Klubnik feel uncomfortable, to make them struggle on third downs? Can he figure out what the game plan is to do that? So that is something I'm really curious. How are we going to use Harold Perkins, and how is Blake Baker going to scheme up this Clemson offense? Because what we see tomorrow is going to paint a pretty big picture for the rest of the season, because of the offenses and the quarterbacks that we'll face that are kind of built in that same mold as Cade Klubnik. They can throw, but they are also very deadly with their feet. The next matchup that I'm looking at tomorrow is the LSU running game. Can we improve from last year? And it won't be hard. It's not going to be hard to improve from the running game from 2024. So schematically, what are we doing? Are we being creative in the running game? Are our offensive linemen exploding off the ball? Are they moving their man back? Are they moving him backwards? Or are we going backwards? Is there going to be daylight and holes that our running backs can use vision and not get contacted at the line of scrimmage every single time and have to fight for 1, 2, 2.5 yards on first down? Can we stay on schedule with the running game? Because if the running game can be at least dangerous, it doesn't have to be the best running game in the country, because you do have an incredible passing game. But if it can at least be respectable, if we can at least stay on schedule on down and distance, and if we can at least threaten the defense that we can pick up 3, 4, 5 yards running the ball consistently, then Garrett Nussmeier has an opportunity to go on one of these incredible seasons and go on one of these runs that is going to be one of the best passing seasons in LSU history. But it all starts with the running game. If we're going to rely on Garrett to throw 50, 60 times a game, look out.
Yeah. I agree with the running game. It's got to go up. It's got to be more diverse. It's got to be something that teams respect. You can't just sit Garrett Nussmeier back there and just every single time the defense knows exactly where the spot is, right? And he's just sitting there and they know what they can rush to. How do you do that? You slow them down. You run the football, play action pass. They've got the running back to do it in Caden Durham. We'll see if the offensive line will be able to hold up their end of the bargain. But it's got to be more diversity. It's got to be more than just inside zone. It's got to be outside zone. It's got to be power. It's got to be counter. It's got to be duo. It's got to be all these things that we talk about. Hey, get on the edge. Run, stretch, lead. Whatever you got to do, get the ball to Caden Durham with an opportunity and with something that is more than just one singular style of run play. So, that's my big key to the run game is the diversity in the run game. As far as matchups, I mean, we talk about the Clemson defensive line versus the LSU offensive line. What about the LSU defensive line going against the Clemson offensive line? Their offensive line is not full of world beaters. It's not full of first-round picks. I mean, it is a unit that certainly has had tough times in the past. And if this conversation was last year, I'd say it doesn't really matter. But LSU has done a couple of things. They've added players through the portal on their defensive front. They've got a player back from injury. And also those young guys that were forced to play as true freshmen last year are now going into their sophomore season. So you bring in Jack Pyburn from Florida. You bring in Patrick Payton from Florida State. You go get Butler from Nebraska. You go get Bernard Gooden from South Florida. Okay, that's who you bring in. You get Jacobian Guillory back from injury. Gabe Relaford, Dominic McKinley, Ahmad Bro, all those players now they've been through the fire. They understand what it is. They all had to play a ton as true freshmen. This defensive line room is so much more talented than it was a year ago. A year ago, it was held together with duct tape and super glue. Now you've got some Jimmies, you've got some Joes, and oh yeah, you've got one of the most intense human beings I've ever been around in Kyle Williams coaching them every single day. If anybody's going to expect and ask you for your very best every single day, it is Kyle Williams. We're not talking enough about this defensive line going against that offensive line. And I understand why we're talking about the other. I get that. I understand the question. Clemson's got 2 All-Americans. You've got 4 new starters. But if you flip it, Clemson should be asking themselves about LSU's defensive line, where that was not a question a year ago.
Yeah, I like how we keep bringing Kyle Williams up when we talk about defensive line, because we know this line is going to be very well coached. And going into a game, playing a quarterback like Klubnik, you have to be so buttoned up with not making a mental error as a defensive lineman. And what I mean by mental error is you always have to be gap sound when you're rushing the quarterback. We talked yesterday about mistakes that teams made last year playing Cade Klubnik. They rushed north and south, all 4 of them. And when you do that, you create these huge windows of opportunity for a quarterback to not only see daylight, but to understand exactly what your body momentum is and the speed of which you're going up the field. So he knows which gaps I can run in. It just clears the way. It makes it so easy. So when you play a running quarterback like this that can beat you and can make explosive plays, you have to have gap integrity. You have to rush not necessarily north-south all the time, not with everybody at least. You have to do a little bit of east-west as well. And you got to keep them in the pocket. You got to close those gaps. The distance between the center and the guard and the tackle, you need to try to tighten that up as much as you can. You don't want 3, 4, 5 feet in between each guy, because that makes it really easy for a quarterback to see where his window of opportunity is to beat the defense with his feet. So, yeah, defensive line. I mean, I'm excited to see what kind of juice Jack Pyburn brings to this pass rush, and what kind of juice he brings just that defensive line. So I expect that defense to, go out there. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of confidence, I feel like, coming out of training camp with that defense. Excited to see how they come out and play with their hair on fire, man. They're going to be playing fast, and hopefully they make some plays, but just going to be a battle of 2 really, really good teams. So I'm excited for this opening game. I wouldn't want it any other way. I wouldn't want to be going out and playing some really small
Central
school.
Arkansas.
Wouldn't want to be playing Central Arkansas. Did you just take a swipe at Missouri?
That's what they played yesterday.
I know. That's your team, though.
Georgia's playing Marshall.
Hate to be Missouri
and
right
then
now.
Austin Peay.
Lame.
Give me a game that I'm sitting here and I've thought about for 7 months.
State. Been better than Penn State. They play
Penn State's got Nevada, FIU, and Villanova their first 3 games.
Beta moves, Penn State.
That's their non-con games, guys.
You know what? Why don't you be a man and schedule Clemson on the road? That's it. Yep, that's it.
All right, again, great article by our guy, Hunt Palmer. You can check that out, LouisianaSports.net. One final thing here before we get out. I do like that he mentioned special teams. I know we've mentioned returners. In a game like this, I'm pretty sure Barry Brown returned a kick for a touchdown against Clemson when he was at Kentucky, so he's got experience there as well. In a game like this, in a magnitude like this, when everything's heightened, special teams can be that deciding factor. I'm not trying to sound like every single special teams coach in the history of football, but it is that third phase. It is a part of the game where you can steal possessions, you can steal points, field position, all of that. LSU has got the best returners in the country. I mean, when you have that many players, what do you have, 3 guys that have returned a kick for a touchdown, either a punt or a kickoff on your roster? That speaks for itself. And so that is going to be crucial in this matchup. We'll step away, kind of give you our prediction for this game. We still got the Pontoon Parlay to put together. We'll have all that for you when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Very good. All-Star Toyota, BatonRouge.com. If you are buying new, if you are leasing, if you're renting, every single thing is available. So go to the website today. Check out what they've got for you. Whatever those needs are, they can be met every single time over at All-Star. But what a great time to check out the rentals, because it is per-day rental prices. It's outstanding prices, better than the big box rental store. You're going to go to the airport and have to, figure out which of the 3 cars they offer you you're going to have to choose from. Not the case over at All-Star. Everything's available. Incredible pricing. All-Star Toyota, BatonRouge.com.
Yeah, go see the team over there today on Airline near Goodwood. If it's just that time, you need a new vehicle, well, go check them out, whether it's brand new, whether it's used, whether it's a long-term lease, or like Jake said, whether it's a per-day rental. Everything on the lot is available. Go right there on the website, see what is on the lot right now, and start that trade-in process today. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB. We are here live on remote at Rouse's on Burbank, man. Come check out all the different options they have for you. I mean, you talk about if you're getting your grub for your tailgate, what better place than come than your local Rouse's, the one we're at right now on Burbank. As I said, man, it has been popping the entire morning. I mean, people coming in, getting their breakfast. You got lunchtime here, rolling around here pretty soon. So come see us, come hang out. Rouse's on Burbank.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's give our LSU prediction.
Okay.
And then let's give a pick for the Pontoon Parlay.
Okay, how granular you want to get on this prediction? Like passing yards exactly?
No. Just a who wins and maybe a score if you want to.
Okay.
I'm not looking for, a thesis on this. Then you got to give a pick for your Pontoon Parlay, which last week I believe we went 2-2.
We're going 4-0.
We're going to go 4-0.
4-0 today,
This time that's what it's going to be.
All right.
Would you like to kick it off?
Yeah.
LSU Clemson prediction.
So my prediction, I mean, there's going to be no shock. We are not afraid to pick LSU every single week. We are homers. We played for LSU, okay? So, sorry.
That we did, Derek. We did.
Don't expect anything different from us. LSU's going to win. There's no doubt about it. I think I said this. Hunt had a station survey 2 weeks ago. I believe LSU wins by double digits even. I know. I get it. We haven't won the last 5 years. Well, this is the year, and it's going to happen. You can feel confident, LSU fans, that LSU is going to win this game. I feel ultra confident. Yeah, I felt ultra confident the last 5 years, but I felt even more ultra confident this year. We are going to be tested. We are playing the best team we have faced on an opening game in a long time. And we are playing it in their house. But I think that is going to help us. I think the energy, we are going to bring it. I think the talent is there. We have brought in the pieces to complete this puzzle. And I think our coaches are going to do a great job. I think we win by 10, and which is going to boost Garrett Nussmeier to be the top, one of the top Heisman contenders all season long. So that is how I feel. And I believe the score, don't quote me on this, but I said it the other day, 38-27.
Okay.
LSU Tigers.
All right. Again, we gave this out a couple of days ago to Hunt Palmer. You can find that on LouisianaSports.net, but I'll stay with my
So if you're looking for an alternate line bet, LSU minus 9.5.
That will pay.
That'll pay. That'll pay. LSU minus 9.5. That might be turnover chain worthy.
I'll say it is.
Okay, that's my bold prediction. LSU minus 9.5.
Okay. I picked 31-28 in favor of LSU a couple of days ago. I'm going to stick with that. I think it is a game that features some really great plays on offense. I think both quarterbacks are going to make plays. I think there's going to be opportunities for some of these receivers from both teams that we've talked about so many times here in the build-up the last 7 months getting ready for this game, and I think they all show out. But I do think it is, hey, ball's in Garrett Nussmeier's hand. There's, a minute and 37 seconds left. He gets it on his own 30-yard line. He drives LSU down there. They get in position. Boom, field goal goes through the uprights. As time expires, LSU wins. I think it's in dramatic fashion. I like LSU 31, Clemson 28. Let's throw it back to studio. Tay-Tay and Alondra, what you got?
Go ahead, Tay-Tay. Oh, you want me to go?
I'll go. Okay. Very similar to Jake. I'm going to go 30-28 LSU. I think Tigers are down in the fourth quarter. Garrett Nussmeier takes them on that fourth quarter drive, puts them ahead, sack on the defensive side, ends things for Clemson when they get the ball back to try to go down and win that game. I think the Tigers get this one done.
All right. I think the Tigers get it done because there's no way, absolutely no way that we lose 6 openers in a row. I just refuse to believe it. If we do, then we're cursed, and it's just, I don't even know what to think about it anymore. But my final score prediction is going to be 38-31 LSU.
All right, 38-31. Eventually, the losing streak's got to stop. Might as well start right now. LSU's done a lot in the portal. They have tried to add to this roster. They have spent $18 million on this roster. I believe that's the number that I saw from Brian Kelly the other day. So, look, if not now, then when? Go ahead and break the curse. Go win a season opener for the first time since 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson were on this football team. All right, We're also going to give you now our picks for the Pontoon Parlay. I'll start us off so y'all can get y'all's ready. Mine is going to be a Maction team on the road in the SEC to cover. Give me Toledo plus 10.5 versus the Kentucky Wildcats in Lexington. I think Toledo covers. Toledo absolutely ran through Mississippi State a year ago on the road. I don't know that they outright win the game, but I've got Toledo covering against Kentucky plus the 10.5. I'll take that all day, Flynn.
Do you know much about the Toledo team this year?
Yeah.
Do you just know plenty about Kentucky?
No,
you're betting against Kentucky here.
A little bit of it, but no, Toledo actually a year ago was a good football team. As I mentioned, they went through Mississippi State. They had a couple of other big wins. They beat Pitt in a bowl game, in a 6-overtime bowl game, 48-46. I believe that was the Game Above Sports Bowl a year ago. So, look, they're not going to be scared. Last year, they went into Starkville, Mississippi, and beat the Bulldogs 41-17.
Wait.
Give me the Rockets to cover.
They beat them 41-17?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
In Starkville. No, swear to God. Happened. True story.
I got Levy?
Yep.
That's unbelievable.
Yep,
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. All right, my pick for the Pontoon.
You know what Levy felt after that?
Preach. We haven't used those enough today.
I know. Sorry.
All right, my pick number 2 on the Pontoon Parlay that will factually happen 100%. I'm looking at the current lines for Texas, Ohio State, and trying to figure out if there's something happen. We just have some betting, some big dogs, some sharks coming out to bite right now and betting a lot on Texas. But on a line that opened up on, I think, August 10th at +3 or 3.5 for Texas. It's kind of stayed in that area, and it's kind of slowly moved. It is at Texas is plus 0.5 points. So basically a chalk matchup right now from a betting perspective. I don't think Texas wins this game. I don't think Ark Manning has the game that people expect him to all over the country. I think he's going to be a great quarterback. But this is a big, big, big situation for him to get thrown in there.
Yeah.
First game as a full-time starter. And it's an 11 a.m. game. Quarterbacks hate playing 11 a.m. games. I just don't think he's going to have that. I think they're a really, really good team.
Yeah.
I don't think they are deserving of the number 1 rank just because they got a new quarterback, just because of a lot of different things. But I don't think they are going into Ohio State week 1 and beating them. Ohio State wins that game. We got them ranked number 1 on our OTB top 25 poll. So it is and they are 0.5 point favorites right now. I am taking that all day and going home with it. So give me Ohio State at minus 0.5.
All right.
Crazy how the line moved that. Like, moved 3 points in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been some crazy movement.
There are some people in Vegas right now laying some big dollars on the Longhorns.
All right, let's throw it back to studio. Tay and Alondra, give us your pick for the Pontoon Parlay.
My pick for the Pontoon Parlay this week, and I'm glad Matt went first so that he couldn't snipe me on this one, but I am going to go Alabama versus Florida State. I'm going to take the under in that game, 49.5. I have no idea what Ty Simpson's going to do, so I just don't know how much belief. I know everybody's has him like at 8, 9, whatever. I just don't know how much belief I personally have in Alabama this season. So I'm going to take the under in that game, Alabama FSU minus 49.5. Tay.
Yeah, I'll
wait,
go
hold on.
hold
on. Go ahead. Oh, I thought they were going to say
I'll go South Carolina, Virginia Tech here. South Carolina, 9.5-point favorite right now. I know that's a big number, but Lenora Sellers, the hype train. Let's see how it goes week 1. Virginia Tech, disappointing season a year ago. I don't expect that to turn around anytime soon. So I'm going to go South Carolina in Atlanta to cover the 9.5 against Virginia Tech.
All right, so there it is. On the Pontoon Parlay, let's see, we've got Toledo plus 10.5 against Kentucky. You've got the under in the Alabama-Florida State game. You've got the Buckeyes, Ohio State to cover against the Texas Longhorns. And you've got South Carolina to cover against the Virginia Tech Hokies. Go ahead. It's called a Pontoon Parlay for a reason. You can put all those picks together, and we're going to go 4 for 4. Go ahead and feeling that right now. Went 2-2 last week, and so feeling good.
This is a win. Remember, it's not gambling if you win. So this is a guaranteed win. Actually, it is gambling. Yeah, you got to get it. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. My bad. Take it back. Take it back. Gambling problem? Call.
Oh.
Yep, that's on me.
Yep. Real quick, before we take this last break and get to Ask the Bench, I want to remind you about our friends over at Campus Federal. Since 1934, Campus Federal has been built on one simple idea: people helping people. What started with 7 LSU employees has grown into one of Louisiana's most trusted credit unions, serving more than 44,000 members across Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and in Shreveport. The difference with them, you're not just a customer, you're a member of a community that gives back, lifts up, and moves forward together. Game day or payday, make the smarter play. Visit campusfederal.org. Campusfederal.org is the website, campusfederal.org. All right, we will step away, and when we come back, we'll wrap it up like we always do with Ask the Bench right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GoTommies.com, G-E-A-U-X, Tommies, with a Y.com. When you go there, you will clearly see the difference. Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. Got galleries of work on all of the things they can do for you. And if you want to see just exactly, kind of what they do and who they are, all you got to do is go check out the website. You'll see all the banners that they hang as far as the awards that they win. I mean, right there, if you're watching this on YouTube, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20, on and on and on. Right, we're looking for that first win for LSU since 2019. That's not the case for Tommy and the team.
Every single
year. Go to the website, gotommies.com.
Yeah, Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. Go check them out right there. And yeah, man, how about a lifetime warranty on any window that they install? That means they will guarantee that window for life. Schedule reliable window installation service right here in South Louisiana. Like Jake said, awards every single year. So a company that works with integrity, they're dependable, professional, and most importantly, when you're doing a project at your house, you want it to be efficient. So go check them out. GoTommies.com.
5 bad boys with the power to rock you. Blowing your mind, so you gotta get into 5. What you waiting for? If you want to 3, 2, 1, let's do it.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Let's see if we can get to some of these. Ask the bench for you.
For you. Do. Slam dunk funk. Turn it up. Oh, the slam dunk. Dabo's head in the ground. Fall down that hill.
Ask the bench. I got invited to a dinner where Gordy is the guest speaker. Will I be inspired when I leave?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Gordy is great at inspiration.
Great MC.
Ask the bench, do you dip your wings, ranch, blue cheese, etc., or eat them as seasoned? Does anybody just eat them as is? I feel like you got mental problems if you don't dip them.
Yeah, you got to dip.
You got to dip. Always dipping. I don't know anyone that dips blue cheese either. It's always about that ranch.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Let's see. Why is that? Go away, little ball. Ask the bench. Going on a vacation with the family this weekend when LSU wins, would it be frowned upon if I left the family? They will for sure be sleeping and went to party at the hotel bar. Nope. Do that. Go Tigers. They're going to win. It's a fact. We're not just saying it.
Let's go.
It's going to happen. Go Tigers.
Off the bench.
The rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets, Saturdays just got way more fun. College football is back. Think you know the game? Put your knowledge to the test with DraftKings Sportsbook and turn your picks into big payouts with live betting, rivalry week, odds boosts, and more. DraftKings Sportsbook has everything you need to own every Saturday. Here's something special for your first-timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Baton Rouge. That is code Baton Rouge, all one word. For new customers to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. In partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus. Physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms and youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer.